Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing good, staying blessed and feeling well. I am back, and so today I'm coming in really quick just to show you this hairstyle that I've been playing around with today. And basically it's just a little donut. I put my hair up in a ponytail, then drape my hair down over the little donut to cover it up. Use the hair tie to keep the form, and then all of my ends that were still hanging out, I just braided and twisted them around the bun. And then I took a hairnet and tied it and tucked it under to keep all of my hairs in place. That way I wouldn't have to use any bobby pins. So that's the style that I'm playing around with today. As far as the two nail polishes, the base coat that I used was this Sally Hansen magnetic nail polish, and it's called Slate Spark, and it's a really pretty color by itself, but I thought that I would use it underneath this other color, which is by Milani, and it's a 3D holographic nail lacquer. So this is the result of those two colors used together that way. And as you can see, I keep my nails cut really short. Mainly because I work with my hands a lot, and the nails just kind of get in my way after I let them go for a while. So sometimes I'll let them grow just a little bit, and then after a while I'll get tired of them and I'll just cut them all down to this. Um, Other than that, due to a request by one of my lovely subscribers, they asked me to show the R2D2 candy dispenser again, with the sole purpose of they wanted me to push the button so that they could hear the sound. So here we go. So hopefully that satisfies that person's curiosity about the little R2D2. And he hasn't got any candy in him anymore, but once you push the button, usually the candy would come out right here. This next video clip is basically me asking, in summary, how do you feel when other people talk to other people about you instead of talking to you directly? When they're asking questions about you, or they're just plain out talking about you to someone else, um, in a way that causes the other person being asked to tell you about it. So hopefully I do a somewhat decent job of getting that across in this little clip, but it was a random thought that I had, and I thought that I would share it. Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing good, staying blessed and feeling well. I am back, and so today I'm coming on just to share some thoughts that I've been basically kicking around in my mind, and it's got to do with, I guess, social behavior and how some people act in situations where as though um, they are curious about you as a person, and instead of asking you directly, they ask other people who they think know you, who may not even know you. But that's the situation that I thought that I would just touch on today, because it was just something that I've been thinking about, and it's something that comes up in my life from time to time, and I just think that it's a really interesting yet awkward situation when you find out that instead of coming to you personally, someone in your life has been asking questions about you, or making inquiries about you to other people that you know, or people who are only associates, so they don't really know you, and it comes back to you. So here's my opinion on that type of a situation and my feelings on it. And it's, if you want to know something about me, chances are the most logical thing to do is to ask me directly. Don't go asking my friends or people that you think are my friends, or don't go asking my family or other people who are not me, because they'll just be giving you an approximation or an assumption based on their viewpoint of me. They do not know what I feel about a specific topic completely, or they may not know at all, and they'll just be assuming and tell you whatever. And there have been so many situations I've been in the awkward situation or position of someone coming to me and asking me about someone else, and I would always say, why don't you just ask them? And I would get this really weird look from the person that I say it to, as if I've performed some sort of a blasphemy by suggesting that they ask the person that they're interested in about that topic. Which, by the way, I would think that the person should know more about themselves than some other random person outside of them. But I guess there's different circumstances and different situations that people, for whatever reason, won't go ask a person directly about something, either because they are worried about hurting that person's feelings, or they're scared to ask whatever the question is, because there can be some questions that, I don't mean any harm, may not be wise to ask certain people because of their personality. And I guess that's where, I guess, the gray area comes in, that people will go ask someone else because if they think maybe they would know. Although, in my opinion, I still think that if you really want to know something, the person to ask is that person that you want to know it about. Um, so feel free to let me know what you think about that situation. And if you've ever been in that situation that you were curious and so you asked someone else, what type of situation was it? Um, or were you in a situation that you were that person that someone was coming to asking about someone and it made you uncomfortable because you're not that person they're asking about? But I guess in a funny yet not so funny way, I can understand people coming and asking of things for relationship issues, and or in situations that you want to know about a person, but you don't want to ask them because you don't want them to know that you're interested in them. I can understand those kinds of situations, but for the most part, if you want to know something about a person, like what's their favorite hair color, or and I'm throwing out randoms, what type of shoes do they like, what's their favorite song, stuff like that. And then there's this other category of what do they believe. Those type of questions, maybe you might want to ask them directly. Once you get into what that person's thinking or what that person's feeling, you need to ask that person directly. That's my opinion on that. But for other things that are not as, I guess, invasive, like if you wanted to know what size shoes the person wore and you knew somebody else knew that without asking them because you were trying to surprise them, that's, I think that's a different situation than what I guess I'm kind of trying to touch on. But I hope everybody's doing good, staying blessed, and feeling well. And I will see you all next time. Bye.